Union Pacific recently announced a management shakeup after a demand for leadership changes. This move comes as railroad stocks are in focus following the Norfolk Southern disaster in Ohio. So, what do the charts show for a new CEO of Union Pacific? This is the 20-year monthly chart on Union Pacific Corp, and the symbol in the upper left, as you can see, is UNP. For disclosure purposes, I do not hold any shares of Union Pacific at this time. The recent close was 207.28 that you can see right here. But look at that chart. Beginning here in 2003, we had a nice run on up. It topped, came back down, bottomed and based, and then we had another nice run all the way up here, came and topped, moved on back down, bottomed and based. We had another nice run all the way up here. It topped at that point, it's come on down, and it looks like it's bottoming and basing. So, based on the history, what comes next? Let's take a look at the oscillators. Volume looks fine, looks low, but I don't think that poses any problem whatsoever. Here in the MAC, you can see definitely the previous lows, bottoming and basing, and then the runs to the top. The low, and then we had a top here, of course, and a bit of a low here. But let's just treat this as one run up to this point here. We had the top, and we've come on down. We're still above the zero line, still some strength. There is also separation between the fast line and the slow line here, so more, say, sideways trading volatility can occur in the next few months or so, but look for a bottom and basing coming soon. Here into the histogram, you can see that we already have turned up for the past several months or so, but we still have a ways to go, and that again leaves room for volatility and maybe some sideways movement. Here we had a pretty steep negative move as well, and it ran all the way up here. I don't necessarily expect that. I think we have a little bit different situation, so expect more volatility in here, but I think it's going to move in the same direction. Moving into the price rate of change, also more sawtoothing down here before we bottom and base, so you are perhaps a month or two ahead, maybe a little bit more, but you have time to study those fundamentals. The relative strength actually doesn't look too bad. Going all the way back here to 2016, that was pretty negative. Since then, we've been moving on up, and it does look like a bit of bottoming and basing is occurring in this area here near the 50 line. Down here into stochastics as well, it looks like this wants to bottom and base. And you go back in time, 2016 and 2009, and maybe even here in 2004, you see a lot of similarities in that pattern. Moving into the Williams, pretty much the same thing, maximum negativity at this point here. It really looks like it wants to bottom and base and then head on out, in my humble opinion. Move back up to the price chart, and as usual, be patient. You do have some time, but once again, study the fundamentals. ChewDog out.